Welcome back to another message caller update. Today, something that people have been asking me for a long time, which is an MBOX support. All right, let me show you what I got. So, actually, come to think of it, I don't have a lot to show you because most data I have I can't even use for the video, but that's okay. We'll see a few things. So, MBOX files come in three flavors, or there are three different types of content that could be stored in an MBOX that we're interested in. One is normal emails, right? And message caller can import them. There isn't a whole lot you can do with them, but they'll import. So that's one. Number two are going to be these entries in an MBOX. Now, these are text messages that are saved as, well, entries in an MBOX. They basically just like bodies of the messages, and they're formatted kind of weird. Usually they're going to be mixed in with other emails, and your processing software will do something weird when pulling these out. And what message caller can do is it can scan through the MBOX file, find all of them, and pull them into the grid. The reason I believe we see in them is Android users who have a feature turned on that synchronizes their text messages to Gmail. It's kind of a weird thing, and I actually had that many years ago. I believe this is where they're coming from. And the third type of entries in an MBOX is Google Vault, when you have one message that contains multiple chat items, and they're HTML, and we can parse them. So let's load something, just so we know, since we're doing a screen share. So I'm going to go to MBOX, early beta, and I'm going to import the screen. All right, so what can we do here? We can load regular emails, which you probably don't need. We just want the actual MBOX, and we're going to open that, and it's going to be imported, and bam, we see our messages we just saw here in this MBOX, right? It's not totally surprising to you. So we have all the data loaded and captured. What are some other options here? Well, we can load MBOX files from Google Vault, and we can specify right here path to an XML. So you do this first, you pick the XML file, and then you click import MBOX, and that will load Google Vault data. It will parse all the messages, and it will take XML metadata and add it as additional fields. I just don't have an MBOX I can use to show you. So those are three types of MBOXes that are supported. Regular emails, which we can choose to do that. Scan the MBOX and just pull out only those sync messages, or Google Vault. Now, I did label this as early beta, and the reason is Google Vault stores message bodies as an HTML table. And it is really, really difficult to parse. But once you do parse it, you never know what else could be there in formatting, because there is no standard, there is no guide. And I could see somebody loading MBOX data, and they'll see other HTML components that I haven't seen before in testing. So that's why I wanted to label this as an early beta. That means once you load the data, you really have to thoroughly look at it inside the grid and make sure everything is okay before saying, yes, I'm going to use this tool. Unfortunately, that's what it is with parsing HTML. It's a free-form sort of format, not like XML and JSON, and there is simply no way for me to predict what Google is going to throw in there, and therefore I'm unable to write code to parse it. I'm trying to the way I try to parse the data is in the sort of a safest way possible, try to grab as much as possible. So you may see some HTML code and things like that. I'm trying not to miss anything and be over-inclusive, but you never know. Again, MBOX early support, load your data in, examine and grid, make sure everything's good. If it looks good to you, date ranges are matching, message counts approximately there, then you can go ahead and export. And if something doesn't seem right, please let me know. Send me a sample of an MBOX file, and I'll be happy to revise my code to account for whatever problem you may find. So that's my update on MBOX and Message Crawler. Please give it a try and let me know your feedback. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on another message crawler update.